Right.
It just doesn't feel like there's any end to that. That's no longer an entertainment company, right? I mean, that's lifestyle. It's life. It's a life company, right? In a way.
Yeah, yeah. That was the initial plan from the beginning, was to build these arms in this company that
From the beginning.
Not the beginning, not from Rockefeller Records, but from the inception of Rock Nation after post Def Jam days, was to, again, I was looking at the model that exists currently and was like, okay, why isn't this thing all working together? Even if you look in a record company, the publishing arm doesn't speak to the A&Rs. It's like, why are these two things separate? And I have a feeling that is an accounting thing. Some kind of accounting to keep the books separate, so this don't take a hit, and this you protect this. But okay, that's cool. You can separate the accountant, but why aren't they speaking? Because they both go hand in hand. And we just all those things that seem to be broke, in my opinion, that I wanted to bring together. So we started out. If you remember, Rock Nation, we didn't release an artist for 3 years, maybe more. But we signed writers and producers, and that pretty much, we took care of the engine first. In
the garage, making sure it's running.
That pretty much kept the company afloat, so we could take our time and find the J. Coles and the Rita Oras and make sure they had the proper A&R, and that we didn't just throw them out in a market where it's so much going on so fast, and people have ADD, and their attention span is so short, and it's the internet, and I'm watching the internet, and I'm watching TV, and I'm listening to music, and people are preoccupied with so many things. So when you get their attention for that second, it better be good. Because then they turn away from it. If it's not good, this is interesting.
But then you got to hold it.
I could spend some time here.
Well, that last line is the line. That's the single, like.
You could occupy and get a bit of mind share, right? That's what you're going for, right? And you hold on to that, and it had better be right. So, we take our time and maybe not be most popular with artists, especially new ones that I want to come out tomorrow. But I think in the case of J. Cole, I think that A&R development really helped him and worked for him. The album that he put out was an album that he brought in the first time, and he thought he was ready. And now, and you look at his career now, he's in the place of, he's going to be here for as long as he wants to do it. As long as he's inspired, because now he has the attention of the public.
But you love to pace things, right? I mean, you don't seem like you're in a hurry ever. Really, in a way.
I'm really more. I'm focused on doing I'm doing great things. So whether that takes a day or 10 years, it doesn't matter to me. The time. Time is a man-made concept, right? So you can do whatever you want with it. And
you can. It's not the same for everybody, but it's inspiring to see somebody that can build a situation whereby you can.
Yeah, but you can always strive to be great. You can always strive to do great things. You don't have to say, okay, I'm going to put this out because, this is the summer record. That's the wrong reason to put out records. For a long time, that was the thing. Like, let's put this record out because it has a summer buzz to it. And let's put this out winter, like seasonal records. You mean I'm only gonna play this in the
winter,
summer? Right. Okay.
Should I put that on? It's more autumnal to me. I'm not sure I'm really in the mood for that. Give me a month. Can you switch off from the business when it comes to making a record? When you're in that headspace in Jungle Studios and you've got people and things going on around you, and you can do that?
I've been doing that from the beginning, but on a smaller scale, of course. From the beginning in Rockefeller Records, and when we started Rockefeller Records, I forget what I was. CEO, or we just made up these titles. Dame was the CEO. I was the COO or the CCO.
That's just like childlike visualization, right? You're basically playing fantasy music.
Absolutely.
That's kind of what you're doing.
So I was pretty much straddling the fence from the beginning, on a smaller level. So same thing. It's just when you're in there, you're making music. You have to make music, and you have to. I'm able to focus. I'm able to focus on what I'm doing at that moment, and then, take care of the rest later.
Let's talk about sports, man. I love that. It's just it's kind of ingenious in a weird way to think that someone's going to go from music into sports, because really the lines are no longer really blurred, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like...
We grew up in the same place with cousins.
You know what I mean?
You know, it's pretty much the same thing. You know?
Yeah, we play basketball, you listen to music, you know, you listen to music when you're training to play basketball. It just goes round and round, whatever the sport is. I mean, the pressures, though, that go with that, I mean, as an industry in itself, already we can draw some, you know, some financial comparisons, which are like sports, music these days, right? So the pressure should go with that. But can you talk about them being cousins, can you find a likeness in the terms of the way that sports people have to deliver and what you've learned in the entertainment industry, and how have you found that transition into sports with what you've learned doing 17 years of music and stuff?
Yeah, you know, when you're playing sports, right, you know, the thing about anything, you have to take your craft seriously. You have to take your craft seriously, and you work on it every day. You know, they're you know, because of the level and the height they're playing at, their thing it's set. You have to practice every single day. No one tells a musician that you have to go to the studio and you have to practice on your craft every day.
They should. Yeah.
They really should. But no one tells a musician that, right? Yeah. So it's already ingrained in them to work on their craft always. You know, what has been neglected is everything outside of that. You know, they do the checklist. They go knock on Coca-Cola door, Nike's door, and that's it. You're not worried about the guy's, you know, financial situation,
mental health,
yeah. You know, that's why these guys go broke. Now you have these huge contracts, but the average, I want to say, football player is broke within 3 to 4 years. It's unbelievable that these are the real stats. And no one's doing anything to correct it.
Because it's someone else.
You know, maybe the players. That's maybe unfair to say. Maybe the Players Association. You know, they're trying to do a bit of it. But I'm the people that's representing them. Yeah. You know,
the business needs to take some responsibility for its earnings, what it gets out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're going to people in sports, and you're saying, we want to provide the same kind of umbrella of development and support that we give to our artists for you.
Right.
How's it going?
Fantastic, right? I mean, within 2 months we had Robinson Cano and Kevin Durant. You know,
that's a good response.
Yeah, that just doesn't happen.
Okay, so it's going well with the players because they love it. They're like, finally, you know, I got someone who cares. How's it going with everybody else who's been doing it another way?
Yeah, they're fighting it. They're fighting it because for 2 reasons. They're fighting it because, you know, it means you have to work now. You know, they're gonna see
at 2 in the morning when you get that phone call, you've got to pick up.
You have to work now, and they're not comfortable with that. They've been spending 15, 20 years just sitting back collecting a check. You know, and now they have to get out and they have to get up and they have to work and they have to care about these clients because they're gonna see the work that we're doing and say, hold on for a second, why am I not getting this sort of service? What are you doing? What have you done this week? And, you know, those questions are going to start coming. So they're intimidated by that, the fact that they have to work, and they're intimidated by the fact that their clients will want to come to us. But if they're doing a great job, there's no reason for any client to switch. I mean, other than trying to, you know, this is people's lives. They think that they want to hang around me because, you know, I'm famous, but they can do that anyway. Yeah. They don't have to sign to Rock Nation to you know.
And also, you're famous because there's very few people out there who are scaling the heights that you're scaling. In sports, they're all famous.
Right.
Their whole team is famous. I mean, it's like, you know.
So, those 2 reasons. They think the clients are going to leave them because they you know, and their conscience is telling them, I'm not really earning a check.
Please don't go to jail.
Yeah, I'm not really earning. I mean, because if you're confident and I know that I've done a great job, I'm like, I have no fear of that because, you know, I'm doing a great job, but their conscience is telling them I'm not doing what I should be doing, and this is not cool that someone's around that is threatening to, you know, really do the job. So I have to get up now. I have to get up in the morning. I have to make some phone calls, and I have to manage these affairs, and I have to make sure this guy's health and mental health is correct. So when he get on the court, you know, everything is going on, and you know, his mama's situation is good. Some guys sign and never see the agent. Yeah. They see him on the signing day and just never see him.
That's crazy to me. And you know, it's like Jerry Maguire. That movie's that's very old, that movie.
And hoping to get fired because they, you know, they have this you know, this tale that they still get paid. So they're almost hoping to get fired. Like, okay, you fired me, I'm still getting paid for the remainder of the contract.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You move in political circles now.
I don't.
You kind of do.
I don't.
A little bit.
Yeah, but I don't want to though. Please.
Well, you know, you've got a friend who has a pretty good job, as far as jobs go. He's, you know, so how is that? Let's talk about what you just said, because you're like, I don't, but yet people see you at the inauguration and they know that you have his ear and you communicate, and you've been instrumental in helping drum up support for him at times when he needed it.
Yeah.
So how do you balance out that and your reticence to get involved?
Yeah, my thing is about hope. The hope that a person like Obama inspires an entire nation, and even outside the nation. Everyone outside of America was like, wow.
Oh, totally.
It was a time where
we all watched his rally in Berlin.
It was a time when people was getting, you know, they were getting this sort of aversion to American. Like you preach these ideals, but you don't really practice them, you know. And that was a major turn for us to be like, okay, maybe, you know, it is the things that they profess, the land of the free, the home of the brave, and you know, everyone's getting shot at it, any color, creed. You know, now we have to deal. You know, we dealt with racism in America, in that way. That there's a black president. It still exists, as we see with the Trayvon and the Zimmerman trial is going on. Of course, it exists. But we've dealt with that in some way. We have to deal with sexism, of course. That's the next thing. But I'm more on what I support. I mean, other than Obama is a great guy, you know, a more than capable president, is the hope that he represents to a generation of kids who grew up like me, that they can, you know, achieve this American dream. So I'm pretty much into that idea. The politics part really bothers me, because, you know, for the most part, these people are putting up arguments against each other, and it's ego, and it's all these things, and it's about everything but people. You know, it's about favors that they owe. It's about not letting the one party dictate what to say. It's about their political future. You know, people will not vote on a bill because they like, this might come back to haunt me if I run for Senate. And it's like, no.
Focus on the bill.
It's not even about you. Yeah. It's not about you.
Yeah.
The bill is about the people. Why you vote? You know, they will vote no against health care. Like, who can vote no against health? Like, I don't want you to get better.
Yes, it's true.
You can, I don't. Who could do that? Right?
You're on your own.
Yeah, unless there's some sort of, you know, some sort of company, like, I'm gonna back you when it's time. You know, there's all these other things that involved in politics. I don't want none of. I don't want to deal with any of that. I don't want to be anywhere. I don't want to be close to that. I get like sick to my stomach just to think about, you know, the reasons why things are done, and the people that is really affecting. It's not affecting the people that's voting on it. All those senators, those guys have cushy jobs and they're fine, and they, you know, it's really affecting the real people, and they're making decisions based on their own career, based on their own ego, based on, you know, whatever lobbyists that they're in their pocket. You know,
I just think, like, it's not like there's some kind of generation of human beings that were born into this with this attitude of, like, what's mine is mine and yours is mine and this, that, and everything else. It's like, there are good people who go into it with good intentions, so the process is just toxic. Yeah. And I'm talking about globally. I'm not just focusing on one country in particular.
And that's